Welcome back, viewers, to another List of Legends list, and today we're going to be listing the top 8 best Nickelodeon sitcoms of all time. Before we start our list, if you enjoy my content, be sure to like and click that subscribe button. And if you guys didn't know already, I post videos 3 times a week, and if you like to see more or less videos, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Starting off our list on our number 1 spot, we have the Thundermans. This show is actually not too old, since it premiered in only 2013. I hear a lot of mixed opinions about the Thundermans, but I honestly loved it. The story follows a family of superheroes who must keep their true identities a secret, all while trying to fight supervillains. I know, right away it sounds like a generic story, but Nickelodeon actually managed to do it right, with giving us likable funny characters, like Chloe. No, not that Chloe, get her off my screen! Overall, if you haven't seen the Thundermans, I highly encourage you to check it out. Number 2 is Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. I don't know why, but I remember seeing Nick air this a lot back then. It was a show I wanted to check out, but never got the chance to. But when I did, I absolutely fell in love with the show. You have Ned dealing with all the problems of middle school with his 2 best friends, Mose and Cookie. By following the tips he made in his survival guide, it makes middle school a lot easier. Wish I had one of those back then when I was in middle school. At our number 3 spot, we have Sam and Cat. Following a spin-off series between iCarly and Victorious, as the title of the show suggests, Sam and Cat continues the story of Sam Puckett from iCarly and Cat Valentine from Victorious. The 2 team up and become babysitters, and a lot of crazy things happen. To me, I think this is the last good Nickelodeon sitcom, since most of what we see now is pretty much garbage and full of cringe. Sam and Cat is one of those sitcoms that I would say is worth checking out, but of course it doesn't fully compare to the original series. Hitting our halfway point on our list at our number 4 spot, we have Big Time Rush. Yes, how could I possibly forget this gem? Big Time Rush features 4 best friends, Kendall, James, Logan, and Carlos, as they start a band as trying to enjoy Hollywood, when bad things constantly happen. I really wish Nickelodeon would air more of these good gems like this, because what we see now is pretty much garbage. At our number 5 spot, we have Zoey 101. Honestly, one of the best shows I've ever seen on Nickelodeon, hands down. Zoey 101 follows Zoe Brooks and her brother Dustin attending a former boys only school called Pacific Coast Academy. You'll see Zoe and her friends go on all sorts of adventures, and I think if I had to pick a favorite episode from the show, it would be Favor Chain, where Zoe has to go around PCA asking a lot of people for favors to ultimately get her to meet her favorite author. So to sum it up, I highly encourage you to check the show out if you haven't already. Number 6, we have Victorious. This one that's also fairly recent, with the first episode airing in 2010. Yeah, that was over a decade ago, so maybe not. But overall, Victorious was a show that I felt everyone could really relate to, whether you're feeling awkward like Robbie or cool like Rex. Victorious is basically like Zoey 101 but without the dorms. I always found myself watching the episodes until the very end of the show, so if that's not convincing enough, I don't know what is. Nearing the end of our list, at our number 7 spot, we have iCarly. This show is perfect in every way you look at the show, from the characters to the story to just everything. Seeing Carly's wacky web show adventures with Sam and Freddy were always nice to see, and I admit when the show ended, tears definitely fell down my cheek. Yeah, the show was just that enjoyable, especially with Sam and her buttersuck. The nostalgia is immense. At our great number 8 spot, we have the best sitcom I've ever seen, Drake and Josh. What else is there to say about this show other than it's a masterpiece? I mean, I can't count a single Drake and Josh episode I didn't really like. I mean, the story surrounding 2 stepbrothers, Drake being the cool and dumb one, and Josh being the smart and nerd one. At the time, it was a perfect show for Nickelodeon. We also can't forget Megan. I also think Drake and Josh ended at the right time and didn't get stale like some of the other shows, which I won't mention. If you have been living under Patrick's rock and haven't seen Drake and Josh, then you should click off this video right now and give it a watch. That's how much I recommend this iconic show. Alright viewers, that is the end of our list. Let me know what list you'd like to see next. And with all that said, I look forward to seeing you with our next list.